Now we are getting ready to see our finalists. There have been around 200 applications for the Scale Ups cohort. This year we're celebrating our 4th Scale Up cohort actually, and 16 of them have been going through the bootcamp. 10 of them are here with us this evening, and you are going to see all of them in just a bit. I'm not going to steal the stage for long because the actual superstars are going to pitch on this very stage in a very short while. But before we start, I would just like to say, hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
This is sort of an inside joke. Maybe by the end of the evening, we will tell you what this is about. But thank you, Sylvie, for being here with me. It's like, I love your energy, you know that. Yeah. So
thank you, Anka, for being here also.
Before I will give the mic to Sylvie, because I'm not going to steal, this time I'm not going to steal the limelight. I'm going to let Sylvie Moore do the show and run the show for us. But I would very much like to take this opportunity and thank our amazing jury. Thank you all for being here, and I am going to tell you right away who are these amazing people that have joined us and are going to evaluate our 10 scale-ups tonight. So, Suleiman Arabiat, Investment Manager at Elevator Venture. Please give them a big round of applause. Antonella Dragomir, Investment Manager at Catalyst Romania. Thank you. Alexandru Bogdan, CEO at Roca X. Valentin Filip, Partner at Fortec Investments. Călin Grigoraș, IT Executive Director at BCR. Thank you for being here. Livi Munteanu, also Partner at Founders Bridge. Anca Gerasim, Managing Director at Erste Group Procurement Romania. Thank you for being with us. Also, thanks to Ioana David, Managing Director at Cleaverage VC. Cerasela Baiculescu, Country Leader at IBM Romania and Moldova. Thank you. Manuel Kazak, thank you, Program Manager at MChem Romania. Give him a round of applause. Also to Titus Percea, Senior Marketing Manager at DLA Piper. Ionuț Ciubotaru, Vice President for Business Development, Downstream Gas and Power. Also from Nitopia Ventures, Felix Crișan. Thank you. And I think, okay, Ionuț Ciubotaru, sorry, and Dorin Preda, MedLife Executive Board Member. Sorry for that, guys. Lots of emotions here, and also I have a message for, I know Sylvie is going to take over. I just have a message for our 10 scale-ups. Guys, you've got this. This is all I have to say for you. I know we've talked a lot before you guys are going to enter live with your pitches. You've got this, okay? Silviu,
I've got
the
this.
stage.
But Anca,
yes,
stay
Mike.
near me. Yes, thank you, Mike.
I will.
We're gonna put it like this. Concurență, mi-a scăpat cuvântul. Competition. Thank you, guys. Competition for Netflix. Why? Because now I invite you, all of you, to be here on the season November 2022, and this season has 10 episodes. Yeah, because they are test stuff. 10 episodes, but not inspired from real life. Actually, this is real life guys, real innovators that put their time and life in building something different. Yeah, so it's real life now. Okay, so this being said, and we have to hurry a little bit up, maybe have you noticed that it's a lot of security here? I don't know why. Why is that, Anka?
Because of the other room, you know, they kept mentioning the other room. It's about the other room, yes.
What's there?
It's
Alliance, yes?
Yes.
Guys, I'm happy for you because you are in the right room, because here is more secure than ever, this room, because the first actually startup, it's a data privacy manager who actually protects the data at the top level. So I'm inviting here Marian Bracic. Marian. Come on, let's welcome Marian. You're gonna have my mic. You know, 3 minutes pitch, 5 minutes Q&A from these guys. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, and we're gonna have also a lot of fun, yeah?
For sure.
Okay? Yeah. That's why we came, yeah? Forget about investors and everything. So the first episode, ladies and gentlemen, Marian from Data Privacy Manager.
All right, people. So what are you doing when you think no one is watching you? let's talk about privacy. My name is Marian. I'm the CEO of Legit, and our product is Data Privacy Manager. For the past 20 years, I've been working with data, and I have learned how ridiculously good companies and governments are at collecting your personal information and knowing everything about you, but in the same time, really bad at protecting your privacy. Even the companies that are ethical and want to do privacy the right way are missing the tools. This is why we have developed Data Privacy Manager. And the market for privacy software is growing very rapidly because you know about GDPR, but you should also know that there are other data privacy regulations which are spreading like wildfire all across the globe. And with new rules, with more complexity and new territories, the market is growing at more than 40% of compound annual growth rate. And it's going to be worth billions and billions of dollars very soon. So what are three common things here? First of all of these big brands have problems with privacy. They got privacy fines ranging from big to gigantic. Secondly, their engineers and whistleblowers will say, we don't have a clue where your personal data is. And finally, they don't use Data Privacy Manager. So what is DPM? DPM is an end-to-end software automation platform designed to solve all privacy compliance challenges for enterprises. It is a land and expand software built on our proprietary AI and a global privacy knowledge base. It is designed to protect people's privacy and to minimize privacy compliance risks for companies. We have over 100 enterprise customers spanning 3 continents, and we sit nicely across all verticals because privacy regulation applies to every company, and every company processes personal data. Unlike the competition, we are moving more and more in the direction of smart privacy industry solutions. An example of that is what we are doing with AstraZeneca globally, mastering consents for all their clinical trial studies across the world. We have a highly motivated and very professional team of 30 people. We have a very experienced advisory board, and we have a very experienced core team with over a century of experience in building successful data businesses. So with over 500,000 of contracted ARR, we are looking for €2 million funding Series A to accelerate our growth. Use the QR code to get the real demo, and remember, you have less privacy than you think. You need it more than you know. And without privacy, there is no real freedom. Thank you very much.
Marian, thank you, Marian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good pitch, good pitch. Now 5 minutes Q&A, guys. Hit it.
So can you share a bit with us what the AI and the software does to ensure data privacy?
Yeah, for sure.
Inside the business?
For sure. So we have started back in 2017, and we have started with things such as consent management and managing records of processing activities. And working with customers, we have learned together with them what the real challenges are. So we started with what is now called tick box compliance, and moved into data-driven compliance, meaning actually connecting to the data. And our AI can do the classification of personal data, both in structured and unstructured data sources, like relational databases and documents on SharePoint, OneDrive, and so on, actually finding all the personal data in the company. On top of that, we are now doing what we call entity linking, or Privacy 360, where we can actually connect all the data belonging to the single individual, in order that the company can then fulfill their rights, can find all the data, and can actually protect individuals' data.
And how do you ensure that the data that you're accessing is not accessed through you? So how do you ensure data privacy on your software for the companies you provide software
that's a
for?
tricky question, but we do have something called privacy by design within our software. We use like the guidelines and all the tricks in the book regarding cybersecurity and privacy management. So our experts are security and privacy experts, and when we are developing software, we are developing it in a way that it should be developed. So the architecture is very secure. We invested a lot in that personal data is always protected when using our software.
Is this solution a software as a service or it's an on-prem?
So it can be both. These are two deployment models. It's primarily software as a service, and we charge only subscription. We don't charge permanent licenses, but we can deploy it both on-premise and in the public or private cloud.
Hi, good speech.
Thank you.
What is the percentage of customization for your software?
0.
So,
Customization in terms of custom development, we don't do that, but there is configuration. This is a platform and can be customized for every user through configuration.
What kind of warranty are you offering to a customer so he can trust in your in the outcome of the software?
Well, we do have like standard software SLAs. We do not like warranty that there won't be any data breaches or GDPR fines. This is something that we legally, it's just not smart to do as a software vendor. So we need to protect ourselves. My lawyers would never allow me to do something like that. So we are like a standard software offering standard SLAs.
Marian, thank you for your pitch. We feel more confident now that you are protecting us. Now,
Thank you.
the question is, how long does it take to roll out the solution?
We have what is called the four-phase approach. And with the first phase, which is centralization and documentation and collaboration, customers can be up and running in weeks, like 2 weeks, even banks, if they are fast, like us. But for all the subsequent phases, like doing all the integration, it can be somewhere between 3 to 12 months, depending on the number of systems and the complexity of the environment that we encounter.
How do you stand in comparison to the competitors, your competitors? Do you offer something that they also offer, and how do you differ? How do you differ? Sorry.
Yeah, we have a couple of unique things. One of those things is that our AI works with any language, any script, because most of the competition is American competition. Second thing that is unique to us, we are a European privacy platform, and privacy is like everything was started in Europe. So most of the customers that are not US-based customer would prefer a European vendor. That's the second thing. Also, third thing is we are doing something that no one is doing, and that is we are solving the data graveyard problem, which is actually automating data removal, because eventually companies lose the right to store your data and process your data. They lose business and legal justification for that, and then they use DPM to automate the orchestration of the removal.
How do you deal with the contacts transfer from Europe to the US?
Well, in a way, we are a privacy management platform. So we do not do the transfers, but we can store and handle contracts regarding the transfers between US.
Perfect, Marian. I think Titus will have a chat. Yeah. There is a long one. Drazen, it's okay how it was? He's his partner, so he stays in the foremost. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, guys, thank you, Marian. And now in the next episode, we're going to shift a little bit industry, and it's about nutrition, but not any kind of nutrition. The one, if I remember correctly, that actually don't need pills from pre-diabetic and diabetic to be in good shape. So for this one, I invite Corey from Crave Bespoke Nutrition to share with us what's behind. Hello, Corey.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Corey. I'm the founder of Crave Bespoke Nutrition, and for 17 years, I'm helping clients get healthier. The problem is that people don't follow generic dietary advice, even as their life depends on it. We operate on a market that's valued at multi-billion dollars in the United States alone, but it's a problem that's worldwide. And the problem is that this market needs a lot of innovation, because for 15 years, what diet apps have done is to replicate MyFitnessPal. They're essentially calorie trackers that maybe give you some recipes or maybe some exercise. What we do and how we innovate is that we recreate a visit to a very good nutritionist. Because our mission is to help clients be healthier using affordable, personalized nutrition and state-of-the-art technology. For this, for the end client, our solution is a mobile app that generates completely personalized meal plans that respect their food preferences, and we also offer them ongoing support on how to implement it. But our true product is our algorithm, one that can generate personalized meal plans for any kind of dietary restriction in this world. What a nutritionist does in 60 to 90 minutes, we do in 3 seconds. And what's really amazing about it is that it will become an assistant to pre-diabetes and diabetes management worldwide. Because we solve for dietary compliance, our retention metrics are amazing. We are already generating $95,000 annually on a subscription revenue model at a customer acquisition cost of $10 and a lifetime value of $24. Initially entering through a beachhead market of 6.7 million. But behind all this, we are really building the machine learning that will generate evolving personalized recommendations for personalized nutrition. And this is how we scale, pivoting to the medical field. We have already been selected by Apple among the 50 most promising diet apps of the year, and we have finalized our API. And we are already publishing our first patent and medical research beginning of next year. We built this because my co-founder is a machine learning PhD published author specializing in medical data science. I have 17 years experience as a nutritionist, and we have a great team of advisors that has received international recognition. We are opening a pre-seed round of $305,000, with which we will accelerate our expansion to the United States, to Germany, and complete the machine learning model for the medical field. And even though we are a software company, we are really in the business of changing lives. And I would like to introduce you to one of our first clients, Valeria. If you can come join me on stage.
Hello, everyone. I just wanted to tell you that Crave made me a healthy person, which is actually enjoying everyday life without the burden of being an obese.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I told you, real life, real stories, guys, yes? So this is, in this episode, is real thing. 5 minutes for jury.
Hi.
You mentioned launching to Germany, and I know the opportunities that you have there. Can you walk us through, very quickly, through the steps? What's the installation kit for Germany? What are the steps?
Okay, so we noticed that we have a lot of clients from Germany, and talking to them, we observed that they were in the medical field, and they saw the system that we are developing, and they actually asked us to help them in their medical practice. So what we are doing now, exactly like we did with the app, we are testing the product as we are developing it, and we have translated the product and made a very basic login page so that our doctors can log in to generate the diets and see how they can integrate this into their business. The reason we chose Germany is because they have initiatives in which the insurance companies support tech in pre-diabetes. They have the highest percentage in Europe for pre-diabetes, and they offer incentives for medical doctors to involve technology into their businesses. So we are starting to build that as we speak. We have already signed an LOI agreement with a medical practice in Germany, and we are slowly going there. We will translate the platform and the app in January.
How do you plan to make the switch from B2C to B2B?
We have already selected a board of advisors that has extensive experience on the medical field. We signed with Alina Ștefan and Delia Necula to help us create the strategy. We have a signed agreement with them to help us create the strategy. And our plan is to integrate with medical businesses, for instance, Sanopas, and in the United States, medical concierge, so that we set a foot in that market and we can also understand how to sell to those businesses. So right now, this is one of the reasons why we are opening the round, because we need added talent in terms of sales, in terms of developing the model for B2B.
I would like to know, how do you train the AI and how do you personalize actually those diets?
This is why we need the B2C part. I'm really grateful for the question. So right now, the way we are doing it is that we are gathering the data to put into the AI model, into the machine learning model. And the B2C part of our business is very important because it provides us with the data to train the AI for this. So we are not starting from the bottom up. We are starting from the bottom, from the top up, from the bottom down up, because we actually need to create, first of all, a model for the client to follow. Because in terms of medicine, the things are very clear. We already know it's written in the books. Everybody knows what they need to, which is the standard. But for the end client, we need to create an adjustable journey so that they start from their level and gradually improve their choices. Right now, we are doing it semi-manually, so we have chat-like templates that we are using so that we make sure everybody is aligned in terms of the data we're collecting and the way we interact with them. And we will put all that into the machine learning model that we are building now.
So how they are actually closing the loop? Because one of the things that makes the majority of the users of diet apps to throw them, it's the effort to input the data, to collect it, and...
First of all, we're not tracking calories. This is a very artificial way of measuring health. It's artificial. We're focusing on whole ingredients, very standard, very basic ingredients that you can find in any supermarket. We also simplified the recipe generation in terms of cooking time. Everything is ready in under 10 to 15 minutes, 10 if you're really good at it, 15 if you're not so skilled in the kitchen. And we create a journey that starts with where the client is. So it's very easy I envision this standard where you should eat everything organic and you should eat vegetables with every meal, but people don't do that. So what we do is actually we let the client decide their own pace and we just give them the prompts to how to cook this. This is how we're doing it, and this comes from the nutrition practice. And all this will be added to the app. So now we're doing it manually, but it is tested. We're testing the model so that we put it in the app, and the app gives you prompts, because the biggest problem in diets is how you manage hunger. So this is one of the reasons people drop out. They're actually very hungry. They give in to their craves. No wonder we have this name. And we solve for that through a very nice model of ingredients, timing of the meals, exercise that's not very strong, that's not very intense, and so on and so forth. So this is how we're doing it. Thank you.
Let's say hello to your team.
Yes, I would like you to meet my team. Corina is there, and she's building the machine learning model. Thank you very much. Gabriela is building the community because we are content intensive.
And this was Crave, guys.
And this was Crave. Thank you very much.
We invite Axigen to present their solution. Yes?
Hello. Hello everybody, I'm Bogdan from Axigen. Every cloud service that we have come to take for granted is like an iceberg. What is above the water level is what we see, the app on our devices, the web interface that we use. But below the water level, there is a huge technological stack that is extremely complex. At Axigen, we work to empower communication service providers around the world to compete with big tech, to the benefit of us all. The existing Axigen server software product covers the full email suite. The webmail screenshot that you see is just the tip of our platform's iceberg. It is in use by CSPs for more than 15 years to deliver premium email hosting services. Now, we see the market opportunity as twofold. Firstly, and it has been discussed, it's about privacy. In the last years, the centralized nature of big tech has shown the privacy dangers associated with this architecture. And secondly, it's about technical barriers. Almost every non-big tech CSP out there is struggling to create compelling digital hosting services. To respond to this, we plan to bring to market a software platform with a twist. Almost every successful instant messaging app is centralized. WhatsApp, WeChat, Telegram. The Axigen chat users will have the freedom to communicate freely on the network with any service installed on the network, much like email, also known as Open Federation, but also only within their organization or on specific domains, similar to Slack, also known as Closed Federation. Instant messaging, voice and video calls, project team rooms shared across organizations, and many other features will be possible without the controlling of a handful of gatekeepers. So underpinning all these features and benefits is the Matrix protocol, an open standard for decentralized end-to-end encrypted communications. It has the potential to set real-time communications free, just like email did for asynchronous communications. Thanks to more than 6 million receiving email servers worldwide, 4.5 billion users are connected. The Matrix protocol is now, like email was 50 years ago, in its infancy. The Axigen chat platform wants to make the email address be the default identifier for instant messages, voice and video calls. To contribute to its success target of reaching 1 billion instant messaging users connected across a web of federated servers around the world, and to give end users and companies alike the confidence that their data is in their control and their privacy is restored. We are a team of 38 people serving customers in more than 90 countries around the world. To bring this technology to life, we need an investment of 2.5 million euros. So join us now, either as an investor or as an early adopter, and let's redefine the next 50 years of communications. Thank you.
You were in time, perfect. And now we're going to have 5 minutes for Q&A. You don't want to be here, okay. So start, 5 minutes Q&A.
How do you intend to differentiate against competition?
So first of all, the benefits of a federated network and the success of a federated network is the network effect given by the fact that more and more servers are around the world. Right now, when you email anybody else on the internet, you don't care whether that company is using a software from another vendor or from another provider. The more providers and vendors are on the market, the bigger the network effect is. This is in its infancy, but the network effect is required. So for now, for probably 10 years, competition is irrelevant, but more like welcome in this type of a product.
Since you talk about the network effects, what is the dependence on the Matrix-enabled clients? Because that's a very big point in adopting your solution.
Absolutely, thank you. So the Matrix protocol has been designed, and this is right now currently in use by the French government, by the German government, the military entities of those. And therefore, the protocol has been built from scratch to be open. That means the protocol is open, the reference implementations for the server are open source in Apache v2 license, so ready to fork, and as well as the clients are open, both desktop clients as well as mobile clients. As part of our entry into the Matrix protocol, we also want to enhance our webmail product to be compatible with it. But more importantly, we want to make this platform such that it can be connected next to virtually any email server out there so that the identity of the email address is preserved. So clients are already on the market and are to be extended.
And on the server side, would it work with like a plugin that you will installed next to your mail server?
Inside, not only inside our mail server, it will be
Sure.
next to it. But the Matrix protocol identifies a component which is called an identity server provider. And that component can be customized and created so that it links the identity of the chat, voice and video endpoint to the email address in a nutshell. It is a little bit more complex.
Will somebody answer, because John Dane is calling already?
Jane, though.
Jane, I saw
Jane,
that
though.
it's Jane. No?
What's the typical profile of your current customer?
Our current customers are communication service providers. So there was a slide before. Our companies like, for example, Rakuten Mobile Japan, Gibraltar Telecom. Let me quickly go there. Ventra IP Australia, which is a hoster in Australia. So this type of customers, these are the companies that we already have them as customers. And we want to leverage on our customer base because they are going to be out of these, actually out of many other more, we will take the proof of concept first and we will validate with them. Actually, to be very honest, that request for this comes from many of them to us already. So they will going to be our inspiration, our proof of concept, as well as our launch to go to market and make the first revenue generating the deals for this product.
You mentioned 15 years of experience in communication services, let's say. Why are you coming now for the funding? What's triggering the need or the opportunity?
The Matrix protocol, the Matrix protocol is, I have a slide here. It's a little bit, so the Matrix protocol has been published in 2018. Right here, there were 0 Matrix servers. 2019, 2020, 2029, they saw flat. 2022, actually, right now, and this is data from Shodan, which is a network monitoring tool, have started to explode. Right now, there are 140K and 60 million users connected to Matrix servers. Some of them, they come from the government, deep tech, with high security needs for such private messaging. But the key to this protocol is that it's federated, meaning that if I install a server now, I am able to instant message or voice call or video call anybody else that has this protocol, just like an email, which is not possible across Viber and across WhatsApp, for example.
Is your market limited to CSPs or it's...
No, for this one, the market is going to be also for organizations that want to self-host their instant messaging, but also be connected to the higher, larger federated network.
Good. Okay, Vlad, say hello, the other half of the team. Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, Vlad and Andrea are my team members, and newly Luisa also joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.